Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're joining me for the very first time, a very warm welcome to you. My name is Liam from Luna's Tarot and Guidance, and all my information can be found in the description box below. So guys, today we're going to be doing another little tarot deck review, and today we are going to be looking at the Pulp Tarot. So the Pulp Tarot was originally a Kickstarter project. I saw it on Kickstarter going back in early 2021, and I've only just received it, so I'm very excited to have received. This is my first independent deck that I've bought, backed, and currently own in my collection, so I'm very excited to introduce it into my collection, and to have it as sort of like a first edition. To me, it sort of feels quite special. I feel quite honoured to be able to have this in my collection and to be able to have this in my deck, and something that I'm going to be able to reach for and read with. So without further ado, let's get into this deck. So it is the Pulp Tarot. It has been produced by Todd Alcott. Hopefully I've said that right. Like I said, originally it was the project went on Kickstarter in 2021, and the decks have just started arriving. They're absolutely beautiful, they're absolutely stunning, and they all take on very much this sort of Pulp Fiction sort of vibe. It comes in this beautiful magnet little box. So on the back here we have got a nice little description about the deck, and a little bit about Todd and sort of who he is as a person. I'm not going to read it. The one sort of thing I will sort of say that I'm a little bit disappointed about, and I know it's the style of the box. So if you can see, we've got this sort of like rusted sort of old sort of look, and I thought originally when I looked at it through sort of the cellophane wrapper, it was damage to the box, but it's not. It is actually the style of it. But by them doing this, we've actually taken away some of the text on the box, so it's that little bit that we can't read. So that's just something that I've picked up on. I really wanted to sort of like study all the information on this, because like I said, I was really excited about getting this because it's my first independent deck that I've had in my collection. So I'm not going to read it. I will try and zoom it right up, so if you want to pause it you can and try and read it yourself. But like I said, I find that first couple of lines quite hard to decipher, but I have tried. But nevertheless, it doesn't take away from its beauty. As you can probably see, we sort of very got this glamorous sort of style. All right. And like I said, this is a first edition, so this isn't in mass market production yet. I'm sure I did read somewhere that it may be going to a mass market production, but please don't quote me on that because I am not 100% sure. But like I said, I do believe I did read that it could be going to mass market, and I hope it does, because it is an absolutely beautiful deck, and I would love to see it sort of being used across the board. So this is a first edition, so without further ado, let's get into it. So we got our standard little white book. Like I said, it's this nice little magnetic box, and we've got a nice little ribbon to take the cards out with. So standard sort of little white book that gives you sort of a little bit of information on all of the cards, but it is worth having a read through this white book. I had a good old read through it for the pure fact that it tells you a little bit about Todd, how he started off as a reader, how basically he didn't have a clue when he first started reading, and it just becomes sort of part of, I very much resonated to his story. I very much felt that, I was able to relate to his story, So I feel that that probably just makes me feel like I can relate to the deck a little bit more as well. So, like I said, let's now get into the cards. So we have got, let me just zoom out a little bit more because I think that will give you a better quality picture so you can see the backings. So we got this lovely sort of red and black backings. They are reversible. And we've got sort of good quality cardstock. It's not bad cardstock. I've got worse cardstock in my collections. I've also had better. We also have this nice sort of red edging and gilding. Personally, this is just my personal opinion, because I'm not a lover of borders, I personally would have liked to have seen these borderless, but that's just my opinion. Some people like borders. Nevertheless, like I said, it doesn't take away from the beauty of the deck. So let's go through the deck. The Fool, the Magician. The other thing just to notice as well, we haven't got the Roman numerals. We have got sort of just normal numbers, which for me, I've got to admit, is quite nice, especially when I go to order my deck, because I'm all right with 1 to 10 in Roman numerals, but when it gets into the major and we get into sort of like the 11s, 12, 13s, I go a little bit like, nah. So we have this sort of really glamorous woman sort of vibe. Also, it's just interesting to see sort of with this sort of the Empress, you know, obviously she hasn't really got much of a belly. She's quite sort of slim. There is a lot of references to sort of like the Rider-Waite-Smith. There are a few that have been taken out that I haven't seen yet, unless they're sort of buried a little bit deeper within the imagery. But yeah, I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. You know, you can tell it's sort of very classic Rider-Waite-Smith based, with a very sort of pulp fiction-y sort of twist. And they also sort of really remind me of like movie posters. Major Arcana, you know, and they're written on there, you know, there's some little details written on there, and I can't remember which one it is. So yeah, we've got this very sort of like glamorous sort of like pinny up style sort of woman, you know, with very sort of female based, very sort of feminine energy, power, raw, sexual. There is that sexual sort of vibe to it. I love the Death card. See, now this, I love Temperance, because do you know what? This is one sort of thing I always sort of say when I'm doing my readings. 1 foot on the water, 1 foot on the land. I love that. I love that that's on the card. Part man, part woman, or angel. The Devil, of course, has to be. Tower. Yeah, see, and on the Devil, sort of, you know, the enslaved woman, the enslaved man. There's some lovely little details on here. I really do love it. Beautiful. Cute. I mean, how can you not? I mean, it's just, you know what I mean? It's just such a beautiful deck. Okay, so I've obviously done it, as I have had a look through the deck. So I've obviously ordered them wrong. I was hopefully going to go from the aces, but it looks like we're going from the court cards. All right, so we've got King of Wands, Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands, Page of Wands. So it is worth noting, in this deck, all of the pages have got very much feminine. They are all feminine. They're all female, the pages, which obviously with your sort of your Rider-Waite-Smith, they have very much, I mean, I never sort of sex my cards anyway, because obviously we all have divine masculine and divine feminine. But normally, when you have sort of your classic Rider-Waite-Smith, the pages normally represent sort of more like a male energy, or the imagery is more of a male, should I say. And I sort of love as well, I don't know if you can sort of see how, like, as the suit, they sort of all run like the titles at the top, and we've got these sort of little, I don't know what you'd call it, like a little key symbol, which tells you that's the wand suit. Yeah, and that's in the corner of all of them. 9 of Wands, 8 of Wands, 7 of Wands, 6 of Wands, What do you think to this deck? I mean, I personally absolutely love it. I really do love it. I think it's such a beautiful deck. I think it's such an amazing take on it. And I mean, I love this style anyway. So, you know, I'm going to be a bit biased and I'm going to say that I love it. But I would love to hear what you sort of think, what, you know, your sort of take is on it. See, page, obviously, female again. And you see what I'm saying, like with the cups, like all the titles at the top again. What's your favourite card so far? Obviously, is this a deck that you'll be picking up if it goes to mass market? Because I personally I think this deck will do so well if it does go to mass market. It's just so, it's got so much nostalgia. There's so, you know, I can just see me having so many amazing readings with this and actually having fun with this deck as well. You know, it's nice to have that sort of different, and yet again, see, look, the pentacles, look, all of the pentacles at the top. It just runs sort of nicely, do you know what I mean, in suit. Just so got so much sort of like zest to it, hasn't it? It's so sassy and vibey. It's just, yeah, it's brilliant. It just, and like I said, it just reminds me of sort of old like movie poster sort of style as well. You know, you can tell there's been like a lot of love and a lot of like time and effort that's gone into this deck. And as we go into the final suit, we're going into the swords. I love this. You know, the swords is such a sort of hard suit to deal with anyway. I personally think, you know, it's got some of the most darkest and heartbreaking sort of cards in it. So I don't know, it has that darker vibe to it and I love it. Yeah, again, like all the swords, they all follow along the top. I love it, just love it. Do you think I love it by any chance? As you can tell, I'm proper excited by this deck. Just like I said, for the pure fact that it's my first independent deck that I've got in my collection. So yeah, I just feel very proud to have it as well. Proud, that's the word. So that was the Pulp Tarot by Todd Alcott. So please let me know what you think in the comments section below. Let me know if you like this deck. Let me know if you think you will be picking this deck up if it goes into mass market. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. I absolutely love it. I can't wait to be working with it and I can't wait to read with it. So guys, this has been the Pulp Tarot deck review. If you would like to book a private reading with me, then you are able to do so. All my information is in the description below. Also, go and check out my YouTube channel. You're on my YouTube channel. Go and check out my TikTok account. Go and check out my Instagram. Also, go and check out my Facebook. I do different content across all of my different channels. So thank you very much for joining me for this tarot deck review. It's been an absolute pleasure to be able to review this deck. Take care for now, and hopefully I will see you for the tarot scope readings and see you for the rest of my other reviews. Take care for now. Bye-bye.